Okay, hello and welcome back to Tropical Garden UK. We're at the end of July and it's been a couple of weeks since I've been here, so I thought I'd give people a bit of an update on where the garden's up to. So you can see, once you come out the door, this border I think is looking good at the moment. So the Cercis on the right, the tree fern's taken over, the Tetrapanax is getting pretty big now. It's putting on a lot of growth in the last couple of weeks, and you can also see that the Schefflera macrophylla is also put out a new flush, so really big leaves, one of my favourite Scheffleras in the garden. There's a few different types of Cercis here, so on the right here this is Forest Pansy. I think this one here with just kind of green and red is Cercis Eternal Flame, and then there's another one that I can't remember just there in the back. Just down here in some of the pots, got a few of the nice aces, so Yukigomo and Olivia, so they turn quite white when they're in shade. Another couple of Schefflera here, I think that's Schefflera alpina that I'm trying to figure out a spot for. Brassioopsis Bordnerii, looking pretty good, put out a couple of new leaves. Brassioopsis Dumicola, I think that's probably my favourite leaf shape on the Brassioopsis. Brassioopsis hispida, a little bit darker colour leaf. And then here we've got Fatiotes against the Mitis, so a very similar leaf shape, but that Fatiotes should get a little bit bigger. Again, I'm just going to keep these in pots at the moment. It might be time to pot this on relatively soon. The aces are doing pretty well on the whole. I do need to do some weeding. I've just managed to mow the grass. Yucca rostrata, so the big one here, looking pretty good. And then the two slightly smaller ones either side. And luckily, the Manihot Grahami looks like it's grown back. So that was one that I picked up and accidentally snapped the top off the growing point, but it's back budded and looks like it's putting out some new leaves. Another nice little acer there. That one's called Olson's Frosted Strawberry. A few of the different colocaceas. So, well, Hawaiian Aloha, White Lava, which looks like it's kind of struggling just a little bit at the moment. Some of the ones that I've taken people through before. Look at that leaf. Can't remember which one that one is. That one's Anubis. And we've got the black corals here. Colocasia Rainbow looks like it's doing pretty well. The hybrid Yucca and the Rahia Martyrs putting out this one here is its newest leaf that's put out, so stunning blue, silvery, white, yeah, great plant. And it's got another couple that are coming out as well. Another couple of spears. A few different aces are potted up. Montbelliarii. And this is probably one of the better colocaceas in pots. It has been grown for a little bit longer. A few of the ones that I'm kind of getting rid of a bit further back. Just try and give you a bit of a shot as to how some of the bamboo's getting on. They're taking off pretty well. However, this border at the back here, unfortunately it's taken a little bit longer than it has done previously. There is a success story though in the inset Morellii, that if you watch the last couple of videos that I did, it had the strangles, cut it back, and as you can see it's doing pretty well now. Some of the colocaceae coming back from last year. Canna Pretoria, I think that's Wolf Song, and I can't remember which this one is. Herman, that one's called. The red kind of burgundy coloured one. That one seems to be quite small, but it is starting to flower. Let me just take you onto this side. This is probably my favourite kind of, actually. It's the first time I've grew this kind of bird of paradise. Really nice kind of arching leaves, and I believe that it flowers in a similar fashion to the bird of paradise plant as well. Some more Canna Pretorias there that are lagging a little bit further behind. So this border is taking a little bit longer this year. Let me just take you on a bit of a tour, a bit further around the garden. These are the borders that we planted when we first kind of started to get into the garden side of things. I'll take you down this step. We've got a couple of the colocaceae there, so blue Hawaii at the back, and then I think the one this side closest to us is the white lava. Hasn't put out that normal kind of white centre yet. The hybrid Princeps Waggy. It's got a little bit of white to the back, but I was hoping for something a little bit more extravagant. But these bamboos are doing great at the moment. And this one is brilliant. So this is Brinda KR5177. Clumping bamboo. This is kind of like a silvery blue and green coloured culms on it. But looks brilliant. I'm really happy with how that one's turned out. I'll show you some more of the bluer varieties as we go down. Different type of begonia, still looking good in the shade. I'll just pan across. That's just where we come from. Jack Giant starting to put on a little bit of size, still relatively small for them though. And then behind here, Burundi Yunnan 2. Now look at how silvery blue those culms are. Agathopanthus starting to flower. Necrocosmia is about to as well, which is going to be good. A couple of different nice salvias here as well. Colocaceae Redemption, Aloha, and then Black Magic. Dark Stem Hybrid, and another different Burinda. I think this one's KR6177. I picked this up a few months ago, just with one cane on there. 7163, sorry, it has got a label. He's actually putting out a couple of relatively small culms, but it's grown, which is really good to see. Back to Burundi Yunnan 2. Again, Agathopanthus this side, starting to flower. The Colocaceae seems to be doing okay. And then we've kind of got the jungle back here, so once this grows, it should cover the top of that garage. Another Montbéliardi. Haniba here just in the centre. Normal Musa Basdew. And different gingers and cannas, so back there kind of Bell Society. I think that one's a Forestii ginger. Then got Musifolia there, along with Cleopatra. And in the back, hiding down there, is the Fatsia Camouflage. So the cannas are taking a little bit longer this year. That's a really nice clumping Burinda bamboo as well. It gets like a Really interesting. If it'll focus. Kind of comb sheath on it. It's like a black and silver kind of colour. That's putting out a lot of new growth, but it is a lot smaller, it seems, than the other ones that I've got. Butyagris eriospertha. So that one's putting out a few new spears as well. Tree fern's currently getting the water. This is the biggest Montbéliardi so far. If you look back at the last update, you'll see that's put on quite a bit of size actually already. So I'm really interested to see how tall this one can get this season, depending upon the weather that we get, obviously. This is probably the biggest pink china that's in the ground at the moment. Got a few different kind of filler plants back here. There's a few small. That's a Waggy Princeps cross just hiding down there. The Storal Giant. Musa Bazju with the green fingers, but that's been attacked by aphids and is a bit deformed at the minute. The Asa Bloodgood is not looking too happy in the background, which is a shame. Let's bring it around this way. So again, Colocacea's looking good. There's a good shot of that silvery blue Burinda bamboo. And then some underplanting of variegated Persicaria, some Colocacia, some of the red dragon that you'd normally see. Another Montbéliardi. Trachy is putting on a bit of growth. That's just your standard Fortunii. Again, we've got some gingers planted in here as well. Some Agathopanthus that's waiting to flower. Another Haniba here in the centre, which is still relatively small. The Gunnera is doing okay. I'll probably move that at some point. Schefflera rhododendrofolia is looking good in quite a sheltered spot there. Tree ferns are doing okay. Schefflera delavi has put out all this kind of new top growth, and I think it's starting to flower as well. And then the Brahea armata looks like it's making a comeback. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So you can see a lot of the winter damage there, but around here you'll see the new spears are, at least the final one is pretty untouched, which is really good. So hopefully this will make a bit of a comeback this year. Schefflera SP Nova, that one's doing okay as well. That seems to get attacked by, I don't know if it's slugs or something like that. But the garden's put on a good bit of growth actually in the last couple of weeks. And it looks for the next week or so at least, we're getting into the 20s for some temperature, so hopefully things do start and put on a bit more growth. This kind of bottom area here has been kind of a new planting for back end of last season, so I'm excited to see kind of where it does get to, and hopefully the cannas in there do come out and actually put on some growth. So sorry this is a bit of a walk and talk and ramble, but I haven't got time to edit today, so I thought I'd put a bit of a video out just to give people an update on where the garden's up to. Okay, thanks for watching Tropical Garden UK. Catch you on the next one.